Hi, everyone. I just want to throw out some questions before we get started. How many of you like to try on a suit before you buy it? Oh, good, a decent amount. How many of you feel comfortable buying a pair of jeans online, sight unseen? Okay. And how many of you like going into the store and shopping? Some? Okay. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is of how the brick and mortar landscape is going to evolve in the next 5 years. Conventional wisdom right now, at least in the venture capital world, may tell you that e-commerce is on its way to replacing brick and mortar, that we will soon be buying everything online. Big-time investor Mark Andreessen is one of these people. He's convinced that the retail industry as we know it will become obsolete, and e-commerce is the future. But I'm not so convinced, and neither is Reid Hoffman, the founder of LinkedIn. As you may know, 5% of the purchases that happen today are made online, and the balance, 95%, are still actually made in the physical world. In a recent blog post, Hoffman made the argument that technology will transform, not replace, the brick and mortar store. Technology will facilitate more in-store traffic, bigger baskets, and a better overall in-store experience. But brick and mortar isn't going away anytime soon. I'd like to give you a peek into the many ways that technology is in fact strengthening the physical store experience. Let's take Perch, for example. The Perch technology turns any retail display into an interactive experience for shoppers. It brings the display to life by encouraging shoppers to pick up products, rewarding them with product reviews, how-to videos, and store maps. So when you walk into a Kate Spade store, you will pick up a bag or a shoe, and when you do, an optical sensor will trigger a game. Or when you walk into a bauble bar store, you will get special content after you pick up a piece of jewelry on display. Let's watch here. Not only does Perch deliver an engaging experience for shoppers, it also provides meaningful metrics for retailers. Tracking when shoppers interact with the display helps to determine what the merchandising strategies are and how successful they've become. Since Perch is in the cloud, it provides direct connection to your network of stores, enabling updates from any location so that you can get analytics in real time. The second technology I'd like to show you is ShopBeacon. ShopBeacon is hardware that works with the Shopkick mobile app or the retailer's own mobile application. ShopBeacon is currently live at Macy's Herald Square here in New York, Macy's Union Square in San Francisco, and a few American Eagle stores. ShopBeacon ties the online experience with the brick-and-mortar experience. So let's say you're browsing the Shopkick app while commuting to work, and you hit like on a dress in the application. Then, on your way home from work, you walk into a Macy's. The app reminds you that you liked a dress so that you can buy it in the store. It will even remind you when you pass the dress department. Let's watch here.
When Phoebe enters a participating store, her phone instantly recognizes the in-store ShopBeacon signal. And because she's opted in, it reminds her to open the Shopkick app and get walk-in reward kicks. It also shows her how many items she's liked at that store. While Phoebe shops, the Shopkick app can tell her about special offers and deals. And the app can even remind her of the items she's liked in departments she visits. Phoebe can also browse editors' books related to the fragrance department she's in for great ideas for her girlfriends. ShopBeacon and the Shopkick app turn any store into your store.
The cool thing about ShopBeacon is that it connects a mobile app to hardware in the store instead of being two disparate experiences. When she enters the store, the shopper will get pinged with discounts, recommendations, and rewards, all relevant to her own activity on the app. Even without the ShopBeacon hardware, Shopkick, the application, can still improve the brick-and-mortar experience. As a standalone application, Shopkick rewards users with points for walking through the door of a store, scanning products, and making purchases. Shoppers can redeem the kicks or points for gift cards at their favorite stores, including Target, Best Buy, Crate & Barrel, and several more. By rewarding customers for walking through the door, Shopkick helps retailers increase and drive traffic. Let's watch here.
All right, guys, I'll see you at 2:30. Off on my regular store run, but this time I've got Shopkick. My friends and I use it to get rewards for the shopping we already do. I just walk into the stores I love, like Macy's, Old Navy, and Target, and my favorite local shops too. And I automatically collect points called kicks. It's amazing. While I'm in the store, Shopkick tells me about great deals and buys. I love finding things to scan to get extra kicks. Love it. When you check out, it gets even better. You can get kicks for purchases too. Oh, one more thing. Fetch. And after you're done shopping, you can use your kicks to treat yourself to something just for you, like a free latte. Or save them up and splurge on designer goodies like a Michael Kors handbag.
Or even go to the movies. Shh, sorry.
And so much more.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Mom.
How was school?
Good. What did you do today, Mom?
Oh, just a little bit of shopping.
Okay, so the last example I'd like to show you is ShopAndPal. Like Shopkick, ShopAndPal is all about driving more customers, more traffic into the store. Basically, it serves to provide a mobile touch to a traditional world of shopping. While in store, customers can use ShopAndPal to create shopping lists, scan and buy, and even self-checkout. ShopAndPal leverages location and social-based technology to convert followers who are nearby and turn them into loyal customers. ShopAndPal integrates with point-of-sale systems, POS systems, and upgrades the basic shopping experience with seamless mobile payments. Let's watch here.
Let's say it's a snowy day in Soho, and you own a tea shop. And to give your customers a great experience, you use ShopAndPal. Thanks. ShopAndPal equips your customers with everything they may need to buy the right items, recommend other things they may like, and offer your customers personalized rewards so they shop at your store more often. It's a mobile app that I can use while shopping in your store. Oh, chocolate nut. That looks good. I can use ShopAndPal by simply scanning the barcode. And now I can see product information, read reviews, and even see other related items in your store that I might want to buy while I'm here. And that's a Lincolnberry. Oh, got it. I can add stuff to my cart to buy now, or fill up my shopping list with things I might want to buy later. And I can send shopping lists to my friends, or...
Okay, well, here's the thing. Technology is changing the way we shop, online and offline. And traditional brick and mortar retailers do need to keep up. But if they do their homework and leverage technology, then the physical store won't be dying anytime soon. Technology can elevate the brick and mortar experience and engage shoppers at deeper levels. Retailers just need to embrace technology to help them push to the next level of engagement. So that's it. Did I convince you? Brick and mortar going away? Okay, thanks.
Great. A lot going on in the physical retail world.
Yeah, mobile commerce driving a lot of it.
And I also recently read that Amazon is testing its first few pop-up stores.
Empire State, right across the Empire State Building.
So what do you think? I mean, are these two things sort of converging where sort of, you know, it used to be the online world, Amazon and the e-tailers were kind of one thing, physical retailers a little more old school in another camp. Feels like it's kind of coming together at some level.
Yeah, I mean, I think 4 or 5 years ago we saw the Warby Parkers and the Bobble Bars and the Birch boxes coming up, and they got to a certain point from a revenue perspective, and then they hit a ceiling. And then you realize, well, you actually have to open up more channels to get to the next level in terms of revenue.
Well, not Bobble Bar because they're a founder collective investment, but the other ones were capped, right? Sorry.
Right. So you need to get to the next level, and so you need to open up other channels, whether they be retail stores or wholesale, the wholesale channel, et cetera. So I think that's what's happening. These kind of traditional pure plays are getting mature. They've hit kind of a revenue. A revenue base where they need to find other areas of growth.
I think Andy Dunn has been quoted as saying he wishes he had opened Bonobo stores earlier in the existence of the company because the physical element is so important. So just taking a few of these, talk about how JOOR was founded, your story, and where you're going with it.
Sure. My background is I come from the fashion and retail space. I'm not an engineer by trade. I worked both on the brand side and the buying side, and discovered a lot of pain across the interaction that brands and retailers have doing commerce. So I started JOOR about 4.5 years ago, and JOOR is a marketplace for brands and retailers where they can connect and do business online. Currently, we work with close to 1,000 brands worldwide, and they range from brands like Marc Jacobs to Donna Karan to medium-sized brands like Vince and Kate Spade, and 80,000 retailers worldwide. And those retailers range from large department stores to e-commerce, pure play e-commerce guys, as well as specialty stores that you would find on Main Street. This year we'll do about $2.5 billion of GMV through the platform. So we're growing quite nicely. And I really founded JOOR to solve kind of the industry pain point. So we have mobile applications and a website and APIs where we facilitate the interaction between brands and retailers.
So there's a great question here, which I think is very related to your business, which is the physical retail is very much about discovery and the serendipity of just wandering the aisles and finding a product. How does that get sustained online? You know, and how do those two things live together? The sort of discovery of products, is that sort of where JOOR steps in, which is introducing these buyers to new products they might not otherwise have access to?
Yeah, I mean, there's just not enough time in the day. In the old days when I was a buyer, they would parachute us down to Milan and Paris, and we'd get to walk the streets and discover all of these amazing products, but it's just not feasible, specifically because there's so much innovation going on outside of the traditional areas in product manufacturing. So I think mobile commerce specifically, and you know, the online experience facilitates discovery. I think reviews play a huge part in that, specifically in the consumer-facing world. And so, you know, I think that this whole notion of, is it offline, is it online, it's all the same thing. It's really, you know, maybe you go into Barney's on the weekend and you decide that you really like this suit, but then you don't buy it, and then you think about it and you're still thinking about it, and then you're just like, you know what, I'm gonna buy it, and you buy it online. And it's really just kind of this seamless interface between offline and online, which we're gonna start to see, the melding of the two worlds.
And hit on mobile, you started to talk about it. I mean, someone made the point that there's 1.75 billion of these things out in the world.
Right.
How has that changed even the last couple of years with this sort of, you know, proliferation of smartphones in terms of the shopping experience? How's that affecting
Yeah, I mean, I can
retail?
only speak to that in terms of my own business, but you know, we'll do about $2.6 billion of GMV, and 80% of that is coming from our mobile application.
Wow. Those are retail buyers using mobile phones, not even consumer. What's
tablets,
that?
Tablets.
Tablets, sorry. But still, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Wow. So do you think about building engineering largely for your tablet and mobile as opposed to desktop
Well, I mean, the way our site works is that the order originates on the tablet, and then you go to the website or the cloud for a more robust experience, like running reports and analyzing your buy and figuring out how much fabric to buy at the factory. We kind of think of them equally. I mean, we have the same number of iOS developers as we do full stack developers.
There's a question about your business model up here. So you're generating billions of transactional volume. How are you, where is your business model heading? Tell us more about that.
So on the brand side, we charge an annual fee plus a % on the transaction. And then on the retailer side, retailers are free, except for the fact that we've introduced a new mobile application that's quite robust. It's an assortment planning application for which we charge a SaaS-based fee.
So for the students out here and others, one piece of advice, just wish you'd known along the way, or something you've learned about doing a startup.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, you know.
Give me more.
Well, in terms of startup, I think the startups, in my opinion, that are very successful are those that are solving a particular pain point. You as a founder need to have intense empathy for your user. So if you don't know who your user is, if you don't know what she does on a kind of hourly, daily basis, if you don't know how she thinks, then I would assume that it would be challenging. So I think that's number one. Number two, think of product not just in terms of product, but think of it as service as well. When you walk into an Apple store, and your computer's like, your screen's busted or something, those blue shirts come swarming around you and they help you and they make you feel good. And so, I think that that's going to be very important, specifically for enterprise-based businesses. You have to have amazing product, superior product, but you have to have, the corresponding customer service. It has to be stellar. So I think that's really important. And then the third would just be team. I think team is so important. It's how do you engender, a whole set of people, a troupe, to kind of, feel that pain on a daily basis and be very passionate in terms of solving that pain. And so I think team is super important too, and being able to distinguish what a good hire is and what a not so good hire is for your particular business. So those three things.
That was awesome.
All right,
Thanks so
amazing.
much.
Thank you for having me.
Great job. That was awesome. You did a great job.